Hello there and welcome back to France. Last time we were messing about with Manny, I got a little bit pissed at Holstein, I think. It's a little bit too bad they ended up in a first unit with Sweden. I have no idea why, really, so I'll have to see if it's due to bug or anything. But unfortunately we can't actually use the claim on Throne Castle Spell for some time. Thanks to the fact that now with the new update you actually have to have the same dynasty as the country you're claiming if you want to or to be ordered to claim it. So that's a little bit on the bad side, I guess, but still should be alright. Also, what we did, I believe, we started the Second French Crusade against the Ottomans. This should be interesting. What I wanted to do here is actually feed my three new vassals, some provinces. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll also probably aim at having the vassals siege everything, and I'll just be sitting by peacefully and trying to keep everything under control. So without any further ado, I think we are ready to begin, ready to try and give the Ottomans a taste of their own medicine. I'm pretty sure also that if I siege everything here, it shouldn't actually be an issue with that either. So we'll go ahead, get everything in position, and basically prepare for war here. And also, as you might know, I have upgraded my navy a little bit, or at least tried to upgrade it. So that it now actually has about 50 ships, 20 galleys, 30 big ships, since I actually didn't know that there is a bonus or a modifier, I guess is the right word, for having some sort of ships over others in certain areas. So I simply have to figure out where the hell I parked my navy, and once I have, we'll get ready to start causing some troubles for the Ottomans. We'll also have to up army and fleet maintenance, because I forgot that. But all in all, we should be alright. These guys will be holding down Constantinople, and that should do it for us. So we'll start, see how things turn out, see if there's anything annoying stuff in the new patch. There probably is. So as I said, we'll simply get going, and apparently colonial. So basically, I should be able to colonize that one. That's weird. Oh, has colonization actually been screwed over in this patch here? Can only colonize from there. I'll just not colonize or in coastal. That doesn't make any sense. Do I actually have to do something to be able to colonize then? You can only colonize provinces adjacent to one of your own provinces, not colonies, or is a coastal province. This is a coastal province, and it's in my colonial range. So I have no idea why I can't send a colonist there. I believe I have one. I have one available colonist as well. So apparently I'm in trouble. But we'll wait for this one to call then, and then we'll try to start up here. We'll also have to deal with the Norwegian colony. So yeah, I'll get going with the Ottomans. We'll see how it turns out. We'll get out, I guess. Apparently I can also now start just taking 5 points at once when it comes to investing papal influence. But as I said, we'll put it on pause. We'll go after the Ottomans. We'll try to kick their asses. Should be interesting. They only have 70,000 men now. I'll be having 60,000 men in Constantinople. The Austrians will probably help with their armies here, and so forth, so it should be interesting to see how this turns out. The Papal State. The deep devotion of the Roman Catholics in Rome has awakened a desire for an independent state ruled by popes of the Church. A large part of the population has expressed support for the idea of such an establishment and thus turned to Henry II for approval. We'll never support such a state, and that's simply because I'm not giving up Rome. Sorry kids, you can't have it, it's mine. So we'll continue with the Ottomans here, and then we'll see how this turns out. First battle against the Ottomans, and their pretty good general ended up in a pretty certain victory for me. As you can see, these guys will be retreating, and apparently now you can't actually see where they will be retreating, which is kind of bad. But still, they shouldn't be able to run through Poland, so they'll probably be destroyed by the Austrian army. And as such, no, they can actually retreat through the Poles' lands, and it's a little bit annoying now that you can't actually see where they're actually running to. So yeah. We'll probably send or keep these 20,000 men in Bulgaria, simply for the purposes of making things work easier. French peasants in Bethel. We'll have to send my transport fleet over there then. Pirates as well. Haven't actually seen those guys in quite a while. So I'll probably send actually my ships to deal with those pirates, and then we'll get back and kick some more Ottoman arms. The only problem here now is that I'll have to keep an eye, simply because of the possibilities of the Ottomans crossing the strait here. But I also wanted to check another thing. It's rumored that yeah, war score, it'll be quite expensive to give or force them to give everything that I want back here. Bulgaria. Let's see, Tripsund. Actually cut them quite nicely up. So we'll probably also try and take these provinces here, and Epirus, Thessaly, hand them over to the Byzantines one way or another. Also, Byzantine province here, it's kind of interesting. But we'll have to think about this. As you can see, it will be an extreme peace cost. 37 diplomacy power each province. So we'll have to see. It might even be better to simply have them see them. But for now, we'll have to let it be, and we'll have to consider that once the war actually is over. So there we go. Milan is now a part of my my realm, more or less directly now, which is a good thing. Also, we are more or less copper sieged most of the Ottoman empire, but apparently it doesn't really help me that much. So we'll have to see how we can get the war score up sooner or later. But for now, we have been kicking them back. We have been causing some trouble. It's a bit annoying that I can't see actually where they are fleeing, but all in all, I think we will be fine anyways. Also, with the damage that we're giving them, they're starting to get some problems with rebels. Also, as you can see, the only battles we really lost are battles that I haven't been part of. This one was fairly the good one. We destroyed them. Attack on the Algiers, Ottoman versus some Poles, and also the Ottomans versus some Serbians. That's basically all the battles they've won, which kinda is a little bit, to some extent, disappointing, but I guess it can't be helped. So for now, we'll be continuing as we have. We'll be trying to, cost the Ottomans some losses. I haven't really seen any big negatives from the patch. Apparently, they also did something with the Revolutionary War, so we'll be testing that out later. Potentially, they say that I can now annex an entire country, Ulm in this case, and if I can simply annex them and then release them again, that would be great. But we'll have to see how it actually turns out. And I want to move these guys out of the area where they can actually get attrition. But apparently, thanks to some new stuff, that's a huge army. But thanks to some of the new updates, as far as I know now, armies actually stick a little bit too close together, and that in the end ends up hurting the armies more than actually helping him, thanks to the attrition. But still, we'll be sending some extra men up to help, and we'll see how it turns out, if they can help. As long as I keep the fleet there, I'm pretty sure that keeping my troops up here should be fine. But yeah, we definitely have to deal with these Ottoman troops pretty much ASAP. So yeah, they're actually marching up on my army here. So I think we should have these guys actually join up and march and help. Most likely we'll lose that battle, or maybe we'll get lucky, who knows. Still, we will be marching on the Ottomans then, and if we're lucky we'll defeat them. But yeah, that's kind of what I feared, that they actually hit me before I got there. But still, by sending these guys to help, I'm pretty sure the Ottomans will actually run before long. But here's, as you know, one of the things that pisses me off now. You can't actually see where they are retreating to. They'll simply be standing as retreating, and they can also run through the lands that they're actually at war with, which is also kind of weird. I believe that wasn't the case before. Anyways, also apparently some people are slower than others when it comes to movement. It seems that generals have more to say. Might get that wrong though, but still. And apparently the king in this case is also a fairly good general. They're doing a shadow retreat to Bessarabia, it seems. Where the hell are you shadow retreating to? Silistria? You can't run over the... Wow, this doesn't even make any sense where they're actually running right now. Yeah, they could actually shadow retreat over. Well, that's my bad. Sorry, I got pissed there for no good reason. They did a shadow retreat over the provinces there, thanks to the fact that I actually forgot that they can do that because of the fact that now it's still again, because of the fact that I just had my ships at harbor instead of actually in the province where they were needed. So for now we'll be splitting these guys up, have them try and create or siege these guys, and other than that we'll try and get something done with the Ottomans. But at this stage it seems that I'm simply a little bit too confused. They have simply a little bit too many troops, and also the fact that they are basically running very, very far. So potentially I might even just end it here. And apparently taking provinces is quite expensive too. So returning course though, how expensive is that? Not really at all compared to how it actually is. So yeah, we'll probably keep on for a little while longer. Try to push the superiority up into our benefits. Lost some battles here again, which is kind of annoying, but we'll simply have to sit by and see how this turns out. Also, I have to convert these lands, which also will be a pain in the ass. Unlocked a new quality idea, recover naval morale speed plus 5%, should help out a little bit. It's tempting also to send this navy now to hunt down some of the Ottomans' Navy Sea fleets. Also, it's the new mechanics allows, well, these guys to actually join up the armies or much faster, but the AI is extremely stupid once it actually comes to placing their troops in lands so that they won't actually collide with each other. So we'll have to see how we'll actually be using this, but for now it's simply pretty damn useless thanks to the fact that it doesn't really help. So we'll have to see how that turns out. Also, the fact that these guys are keeping troops in very bad spots doesn't really help me either. So yeah, we'll have to try and rectify that one way or another. Apparently the Austrians have declared to go for an attack here instead of simply wait it out. So we'll be doing a joint strike attack on the Ottoman force here, and that should hurt them far more than it hurts us. But as you can see, that's not really the case, thanks to a general, I think. But still, it's I can't actually hunt them down, because even if I get them into what would be my territory, they'll still simply run by or run away a little bit too fast. But what we will be doing is sending them both there, because thanks to the fact now that I placed my troops in positions where, well, over here, they'll most likely try and run over the area here again, and then we will try and take them down in Constantinople, I guess. But for now we'll be sending our ships to block them. That should help out, but apparently it didn't, since well, they started a war or a battle the second they got there, and that'll most likely be defeat. No, we actually won that battle, and they're doing a shadow retreat over here of all places. But that should kill them off, really, because this is just ridiculous. The differences in armies here. I have more cavalry, I have more cannons. Our generals aren't really that different when you think about it. So all in all, it's a little bit surprising that I'm actually suffering as much as I do when I fight them. So we'll see how this turns out. But for now, things aren't looking too great. As you can see, it still seems to be somewhat weird battle results. This is actually something place there attacking me. I actually made sure that most of my army were there before them. They shouldn't be able to run any farther than Endirna, since I actually have full control of everything here. So we'll take a chance, try and get there first. If all is well, we should be able to destroy them right here, right now. And apparently that's a no. They're still able to run through my lands, which doesn't really get or make sense at all, because apparently the fact that you siege counties should actually make sure that it's yours, that they can't do anything. But also the fact now that they added the attachments here is more or less screwing over my manpower. I can't actually have my own troops. I can actually have vassals or allies in wars anymore if things work out like this. I haven't had any problems with my manpower before entering into this war, and that's basically because Austria and everyone clings to 50,000 man armies total up with mine, and that screws me over more than you can imagine. It's simply because of the fact that that those armies cause massive attrition to my armies, and that again doesn't really fly too well with me, because as one might imagine then, getting this done with is more or less starting to become a very risky adventure. So I have to come down to 40,000 manpower. I have 24. We'll lose 24,000 more, and all in all, I haven't actually gained any war exhaustion, which is kind of the scary part here. I haven't gained nothing more or less in war exhaustion, but as you can see, Ottomans are starting to fracture. Rebels will most likely easier break up the AI empires now, as long as you actually attack them yourselves. So all in all, I have no idea what they actually tried to accomplish with this patch, but all in all, I think once I get used to it, the positives will outweigh the negatives. For now though, at least on the war scene, the only thing I see are the negative effects, and I have to say that I'm not a fan of them so far, because there's simply too many negatives and too few positives. But we'll keep on trying, we'll keep on fighting, and we'll see how this turns out. All I'm basically waiting for now in terms of the Ottomans are to get enough power, I guess, to actually be able to once again, these guys walking the exact same route that I do. But as I said, what remains now is to get enough power to actually be able to diplomatic power to make the peace that I want. Alliance from Bavaria declined, military access from them, we can accept that. But yeah, we'll have to do some more thinking, some more brain twisting, but at this point I'm pretty sure that everyone will end up running out of manpower. The ones that have the most are actually those who doesn't have an army at all. So it's a little bit interesting. I have 39,000 Mali, Japan. Apparently it seems that Japan has been formed then. The Ottomans, they're good at preserving manpower it seems, but my armies take the biggest pain here, because I have those allies that run around and basically just are a nuisance, and also this up here, the battles become a little bit more tiresome. I'm still missing some points to get the piece that I want. Hopefully I can have everyone else fight battles for me. I'm pretty sure these guys will actually end up running over here, so I can then block the strait, hurt them that way, if the Ottomans are capable of defeating them, which they should be in terms of morale. Accept. Let's see here. Nope, we'll not be investing those diplomatic points. As far as I can see, these guys don't actually have any morale left, but they're still fighting. So yeah, they're actually broke, and these guys are going to run over, most likely through Edirne, as far as I know. So we'll be placing as many troops as we can there, waiting for them. We'll have these guys march over and help as well, and boom, we won one battle there, destroyed one army, and that army should potentially be just wasn't able to destroy them. We actually ambushed them with a far superior force, and basically we had an even fight. So yeah, there's something that has happened to the army system. If a general really has that much to say, then luck is basically all that. Luck will be what decides wars then, is what I'm trying to get at. But as of now, we have crushed the Ottomans. I'll simply try and wear them out a little bit more. War exhaustion not really going up as speedy as it did before, but I'll get back once we actually have finished this war. There we go, we are now ready to make the peace we want with the Ottomans, which is basically returning a bunch of cores. Can I add Cyprus? I can, but 37 extra points. We'll probably just skip it for now, but we'll be giving a lot of land back. This whole line here, along with this here. We could of course take Edirne and then simply refuse them access. What we'll be doing, however, is probably funding some rebels, but yeah. As you can see, a revolutionary war against Algiers, holy war against Algiers. The Ottomans have accepted our generous peace offer. Ottomans will give core Achaia to Byzantium. Basically, I took a lot of land back, mostly just isles, but still, every little piece helps. So for now, as I said, we'll probably keep these troops in the area, simply to have a little bit better oversight. We'll probably just use Austria once we declare war on Ulm. It seems they are already at war with Bavaria. And through that, let's see here, who has actually... well, I have no idea who's actually in alliance cahoots with whom, but still, we'll save up some money, or at least try alliance offer from these guys. Nope, not interested. And also we'll go ahead and turn down both army and fleet maintenance, and I'll actually have to use several years now simply to have my manpower recovered. So basically what they have done here with this update is the people who have been relying on vassals and unions and have them will actually suffer in war simply because of the AI's inability to actually be capable of, I guess you could say, processing how those two factors work. So that's very negative in my book, but we'll have to see how it works out in the end. For now, I'll be cleaning up here, and then we'll see. It'll probably be fine in the long run, but I honestly have no idea. We also have Great Britain here, need to be dealt with probably pretty fast. So yeah, you are next on my list of targets. Covert fabricate a claim on Cumbria, I think, Northumberland. And once we have that claim, we'll be going after them. We'll be going after Ulm. We'll be going after a lot of people here. I simply want to test the Revolutionary War on Ulm. I don't know if I can do the same thing on Holstein. Probably not. No, Kingdom. I can do it with Friesland though. Go for Revolutionary War. I'll with Great Britain, so not really a good thing to do. But for now, we'll most likely prepare for a battle against Ulm. I'm pretty sure that it would be fine enough to simply have my vassals and unions take care of it for me. But for now, I'll be taking everything that I own out of the Holy Roman Empire. I wish I had a quick button to take it all, but I'll get back to you once I have. There we go, I have gotten everything out of the Holy Roman Empire, as far as I know. And also will be most likely trying to take some more land from the Ottomans. They do have rebel issues now, not surprisingly, admittedly, so we'll see how that turns out for them. But as of now, I have a couple of targets in mind. First of all, Great Britain. Secondly, we have Norway up here. Great Britain will be an important target simply because they have started to actually get shit going on their own, and I can't really say that I appreciate that. We have a colony down here ourselves that I will be building. The Aragonese had a colony here and then simply vanished. So we'll have to see how that turns out. For now, I'll allow the Portuguese to do their own little thing here, and we'll most likely, as I said, go after Norway, take this thing here back. But for now, we'll simply have to wait and see. We should potentially fabricate a claim on Orkney, simply to have the casus belli that we need. Also, the province is so far away that the aggressive expansion, I'm pretty sure no one will bother, but I have to actually core it myself, so that will take most likely forever. But I'm pretty sure I have nothing that aren't cored, and there is an easy way to do that, and that's check over extension. We have some rebels that could pop up though, not really knowing why. But yeah, the only thing that, as you know, yeah, overseas provinces doesn't actually need to be cored, but I think it is a wise move simply because it lowers real risk, I think. But if not, then there's no reason for me to actually core them. But as I said, this will be the end of this. We'll be testing out a little bit more the patch notes next time. As of now, I'm a little bit disappointed with how the AI handles attrition in terms of your own armies. Fair enough, I didn't do the best job myself, but I should be able to leave an army in a frontier position, and the AI should be, at least in my opinion, smart enough to place their army behind there again and step in once we actually get into a position where it would be war. But as it does now, it doesn't really handle that well, so we'll see. I'll probably change my opinion later, but for now we'll have to regrow manpower, regrow our treasury, and once we have, we'll most likely go after Ulm or anyone else whom we have a Revolutionary War casus belli on to test that one out. But we'll probably do that next time, so thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. This is a little long, I know. Please bear with me. I mean the episode, 25 minutes, usually 15, around there. I'll probably try and keep it there now. But as I said, thank you for watching. Please, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye.